Hi guys, I'm back. I'm here with I'm gonna do my spoiler talk for Game of Thrones Season 8 Episode 2.
Of early century fiction writers and adolescent children everywhere. And why?
So you have been warned, this is gonna be a spoiler video with a little bit of Jurassic Park Evolution and gameplay in the background. I just got the game not too long ago and I'm enjoying the hell out of it.
Before humanity had reached the proto-ape stage.
But yeah, let's get right into it because I have been wanting to make this video since yesterday and I completely got swamped with other things yesterday that I did not get a chance to do it. Hold on, let me just double check what I have in this pen that I just released. There's a Ceratosaurus. Oh, this guy already, ooh, he hunted that down. He was hungry. Anyways, alright, we'll let them do what they need to do. Natural selection. Okay, so, what a great episode. Holy crap. I called it. I'm telling you guys now, I did call it, and it's probably in my previous spoiler video discussion, but I totally called that the episode was gonna end as the White Walkers got there. Some of my coworkers were saying no, we're gonna see a little bit of the beginning of the fight, and nope, I called it. But damn, what a cliffhanger! Just all of the, I guess, what do we call them? The Night King's generals, his commanders, wherever they are. Oh, should I even bother? Hold on. Should I even bother saving it? Probably gonna die. Anyways, I don't care. We'll figure it out right now. Refill. So,
It's a dangerous world. This place.
and there are all his generals, his right hands are just showing up on their horses. But we don't see the Night King, but we'll get to that in a little bit. Yeah, what a great episode. I can't stress that enough. I think I liked it better than the previous episode, than the first episode. There was some, I wouldn't say pacing issues. I would say something closer to, I don't know how to explain it. I'll get to it right now in a bit if I can figure out how to put it into words. All these feel like a, anyways, so we start off the episode with Jaime on trial, and I didn't think it was going to start that way. I thought, we were going to start with him getting either captured or brought to Daenerys, like, right away, because the last episode ends with Bran and Jaime looking in horror, like, holy crap, it's Bran. So, I thought that was going to start with, like, exactly where I left off, but no, we cut right to the trial that he's having, and Daenerys is like, I thought it was odd that she was like, oh, what we would do to the man that killed our father. And I think she's not mad that her father died because her father was terrible. I think it's just, I think she's more just upset that because of him they got dethroned or whatever. But I don't know. Those are just my thoughts. Ooh. So, yeah, my thoughts were that they would have cut straight to the, oh my god, is my T-Rex gonna die? No way. Damn, T-Rex, you a bitch. Anyways, my podcasts are not interested whatsoever in the background. Huh. Oh, the Ceratosaurus was like, nah, not my thing. I'm getting the fuck out of here. Alright, let's heal these guys. Okay, so, back to the thing. Sorry for the entertainment. So, I knew my cousin was with me, like, oh, they're gonna kill him off, and some other people are like, damn, they're gonna kill Jamie. But I'm like, guys, we saw in the trailer before the trailer released before the season finale started, or the final season started. We saw Jamie in the middle of battle. We see him like screaming something. There's destruction behind him. So we were pretty sure he's not gonna die right then during the trial. But they made it seem that way, I guess, for those who didn't see the trailer. She's like, oh, all the terrible things we're gonna do to that man, right? And Tyrion tries to step in, but Daenerys is like, nah, I'm not hearing anything more from Tyrion. Justfully so. And then Brienne of Tarth steps up, and for a second, I had completely forgotten that Brienne was armored by Jamie. And it's kind of weird because I did remember that the sword that she has is one of the Valyrian swords that was forged from ice, Ned Stark's sword. But I completely forgot about the whole Jamie setting Brienne of Tarth on a path to find Sansa because Jamie gave his word to Catelyn Stark. I don't know. So I completely forgot about that, and then so she steps up and she's like, no, he's an honorable man. He lost his hand for me, etc., etc., etc. So I was like, huh, that's crazy. Another dinosaur died over here. Oof. Draco Rex died of old age. Oh, this guy's gonna get lonely. Gotta go. Breed him or something. Oh, I have 2 raptors here. Oh, that's scary. Give me 1 second. Let me release these guys. Release. I'll give you guys a little bit of a cinematic. So I completely forgot, that they were, I remember they were a thing or that they liked each other, but I completely had forgotten that whole storyline or thing that Jamie had given his word, and that's why Brienne of Tarth was armored, and she got the Valyrian sword because he gave her his that was forged from ice.
Adding to the list.
And I thought that was cool because she stepped up for him, and she's like, no, he's a pretty cool dude. Nobody touch him. I vouch for him. And Sansa, justfully so, doesn't trust Jamie, but she trusts Brienne of Tarth with her life. So justfully, she's like, okay, fine. If you will vouch for him, then okay, we will. She's like, if you vouch for him, then sure, I will make sure that he doesn't die now. And it looked like Daenerys was a little bothered by it. Which, I mean, okay, sure. Daenerys, sure.
Heading to pick up the asset.
Oh, I'm supposed to pick this guy up. My bad. Just gotta drop him in the water. Because the other one's going to get restless. For those of you who don't play this game, some of them need to be in pairs of 2, or some of them only need to be in pairs of 1, but some of these guys are pretty much divas, and I don't even know where he is. Where are you? Oh, he's right here. But you can see that his comfort level is slowly lowering because he's by himself.
Transit has commenced.
So let's pick up that dead body. Get him out of the park. I wonder how it looks so far.
Asset transportation in progress.
Pretty view. We got some Brachiosaurus. Sorry, I'm shooting off topic. So I completely had forgotten, that Jamie was add that in. Sorry, I keep losing my track. So Sansa, justfully so, was like, I don't trust Jamie, but I trust you with my life, so fine, he can stay. And Daenerys wasn't too happy about that. I thought that was interesting because it wasn't. It just gave the impression that, or at least Daenerys got the impression that Sansa was undermining her. Is that the proper term? Undermining her.
Your rep is buying you credit.
So then we move forward, and Bran drops the mic. He's like, "The things we do for love," and Jaime's like, "Shit, this guy remembers. Holy crap, I'm about to die." If he mentions this, that's it, because none of this would have happened, or the War of the, what was it? The War of the Five Kings? Is that what it was called?
Delivery has
You guys know what I mean. Oh no, shit! Why would I release a Velociraptor here? Shit.
asset has been transported.
Oops. Tranquilize this bitch. It's a Draco Rex. Uh-oh. And another raptor. Alright, let's tranquilize both Velociraptors. Because these guys are gonna hunt people down. Whoops. I was supposed to move the raptors into the raptor enclosure. That makes sense. Ooh, got scared for a moment. I like how they tranquilize him in the water.
Picking up asset.
Like, he's totally gonna die. Anyways, is this guy ready? Release this guy. Now let's tranquilize him. Okay. So, and you know, they cut the scene, and I'm like, crap, you know, like I wanted to see Jaime talk to him, right? And then shortly after, or I think immediately after, we get that scene of Jaime goes and he actually apologizes to Brad, and I thought, I was kind of sure we were gonna see that, but a little part of me was like, maybe we don't. Maybe it's just overseen or whatever, and you know, it's just alluded to that they talk, or Jaime's like, oh well, he didn't bring it up, so whatever. But they do, and he's by the werewood tree, and Jaime gets there, and he's like, you know, why didn't you tell them? And Bran's basically like, you know, none of this would have happened without you pushing me out the window. I wouldn't have become the Three-Eyed Raven. But, you know, also, your brothers wouldn't have died. The Red Wedding would have happened. None of that would have happened if he didn't push Bran out the window, because all of this starts with... Most of this starts with Jaime. Jaime pushing him out the window, the attempted assassination on Bran, etc., 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 right? I mean, yeah, so Littlefinger had a big part in a lot of things that were going on with the murder of the Hand of King. That's why they went to Ned Stark, etc., etc., sure. But you guys know what I mean, my hypothetical viewers. But, so... I thought it was very interesting because, you know, Jaime actually felt bad, you know? And it's like, it shows a lot for his character development over the past, what is it, 8 years, 9 years? How long have we been watching Game of Thrones? I don't know. But, you know, then Tormund comes by and he's like, just like what we saw in the preview trailer, last 2 weeks ago for this episode, when he's like, when John's like, how long do we have? And he's like, until before the sun rises tomorrow. You're like, holy shit, these guys have a couple of hours to ready their defenses. It's on. Let's go. There's nothing left. Let's go. There's no time for anything. But as we saw, there was some time for a couple things. So, speaking of which, we finally get to see Arya's weapon. We haven't seen it in action, but it seems like some kind of like spear, baton / lance thing. I'm not entirely sure how to describe it. Ooh, who died? It says somebody died. Oh well. That's weird. Let's go refeed these.
Setting additional task.
And so because she goes up to Gendry. He's like, "You finished making my weapon?" And he's like, "I gotta do other things first." And then she's like, totally turns him on by her like arrowhead throwing or what? They were like arrowheads, right? She totally get. He totally gets like super interested in her. He's like, "Damn, girl, where have you been?" Right? She's like throwing. She's like, "I want to know." She's like, she wants to know her opponent because she wants to be ready, obviously. And he's like, "No, they're not like anything else. They're like death. They're cold. They're scary. They're really bad or whatever." Which I didn't like the writing there. I thought that was off, but whatever. And she's like, "I've seen many faces." And then she's like throwing the daggers. He's totally like, "Damn, girl." But then we keep going forward, and then we have that. Oh my god, one of the best. I would watch an entire episode. This basically was an entire episode, but I would watch an entire episode of them just sitting around the fire, drinking and talking and singing because, like my cousin pointed out, because I was watching it here at home with my cousin and my lady, and he's like, "This is the calm before the storm. This this is the most peaceful they have been in a long time," and it's true. So we have Sir Davos, we have Tyrion, we have Jaime, we have Tormund, and we have Brienne of Tarth and Podrick and Tormund, and basically trying to like one up Jaime and dick measuring contest. But it was a great scene slash episode because a lot of the episode consisted of that, or like the second half of the episode was all that, right? And I loved it. I thought it was perfect. You know, Brienne doesn't want to drink, and he's like half cup or whatever, right? And then Tyrion just like fills up the jug, or the what do they call them? The cup or canteen? No, I don't know. You know what I mean? He fills up the glass or whatever it was of wine, and they're telling their stories, and Tormund's just like being super awkward, but it works because it's Tormund. And the story I had heard because I like to watch videos and like catch up on stuff from the book, so I knew that story of him why he was called Giant Spain, because he slayed the giant and he like slept with his wife or whatever, you know. But that song that Podrick sang was, I liked it. I really did. I haven't gotten exactly into the meaning of it. Like, haven't looked up the meaning of the song yet, which I will. But I really liked the song. I thought it was cool. So I gotta go back and I gotta look up the meaning of said song. I like how the park is like not like even afraid that there's literally just opened up a giant side of the fence. Let me. I just didn't like how that looked. I kind of don't like how that looks either, but it looks better than before. No! We're out of power. Hold on, bear with me. Anyways. Yeah, it looks better. I wonder if the T-Rex killed the Ceratosaurus already. Nope, they're still there. Is there any Gallimimus left? Alright, we'll send... Oh no, I don't have Gallimimus. What do I have? Ceratosaurus, no. Struthamimus. Incubate. Okay, so. Where was I? I lost track of that. Oh yeah, the fireplace scene. And and it was a beautiful scene because, for, again, this is spoiler, so I'm assuming you guys know what I'm talking about. But, Jamie's like, "Why can't you be a knight?" And Tormund's like, "I would knight you 10 times over." And then I'm secretly like, "With his dick," but whatever. And he does. He knights her, and it's a beautiful moment, and it sucks because I'm watching and I'm ready to tear up because the look of just pure joy, pure happiness in Brienne of Tarth's eyes, and like she's trying not to cry, and her smile is just genuine. Of like, holy crap, I'm a knight now, or whatever. I don't know the rules of that, but if that's how they say it works, and that's how they say it works, right? And we're in the middle of this beautiful, joyous moment, and my girlfriend's like, now she's gonna die. And I'm like, what? And she's like, yeah. It's that classic thing where she gets what she's been wanting, and now she's gonna die because she got, like, her happy moment. And I'm like, why would you say something like that? But I think she's right, and we'll get to that later on my death predictions, right? We got to see Grey Worm, and he talks to Miss Sande, and he's like, oh, what do you want to do? She's like, I want to go see the beaches back in Narth, or what the hell did she say she wanted to go to? And he's like, I will take you there. Another person that people think is gonna eat it, but where is the T-Rex? Where are you going? Why are you uncomfortable? Missing the forest. Okay. So with my magical baton, I will make you a forest. This forest right here, you. Yeah, that looks better. So, I hope he's not upset now. Let's see, I don't want him breaking out. He's gonna be an asshole. Okay, so let's keep track of these Scythomimus and Ceratosaurus. They're probably gonna hunt them down right now. Oh, he's sleeping. So they're like, ooh, food, and the T-Rex like, food. And he's like, hey, food. Okay, so sorry, I get easily distracted. I really gotta get a camera so I can just talk to the camera and I don't get distracted with what I'm playing. But for now, this works. What am I missing? Another part? That whole Sansa and Daenerys like meeting in the library, or where the hell they were. A bunch of scrolls in the back and shit. I liked it. I liked it, but it was a nice moment until Sansa's like, "What about the North?" And Daenerys like, "Yeah, about that." And then they got interrupted, so I mean, they were whatever. We could have seen them argue or whatever, but it was a nice scene. I liked it. I didn't think too much of it, but it was a nice scene until Sansa was like, "What about the North, ho?" And Daenerys is like, "Ooh, yeah, girl, that's still mine." But they got interrupted, so whatever, it's fine. I liked it though. And then Daenerys finds out. Daenerys finds out that she's been banging her nephew, and she doesn't give a fuck about that. Immediately, she's like, that would make you the rightful heir to the throne. And Jon's like, dude, I'm not even talking about the throne. I had to tell you the truth. And immediately your thought is to the throne. Not one, what about us? Two, we've been banging and we're family. Your immediate thought was, that doesn't make me an heir to the throne then, or it doesn't make me the rightful heir to the throne. And it sucks because every season Daenerys has been getting more cold-hearted and it's justifiably okay because all her life that's what she's been after, But damn, I don't know. It's just I really hope I still want Daenerys to end up on the throne, but not without Jon, if that makes sense. And they're telling, and my cousins and friends and coworkers are like, Daenerys is gonna die, and I'm okay with that if Jon ends up on the throne, but Those are our other theories. But yeah, and I'm like, oh crap, right? And then the horns sound, and they're like, shit, they're here, and I'm like, fuck, and I'm still thinking it's gonna cut off, it's gonna cut off. But a little part of me didn't want to pause it because I was so into it to see how much time was left. Because a little part of me was starting to believe maybe we will get to see the beginning of the episode, right? Maybe we will. But as you guys saw, we didn't. Everybody's manning the walls and they're getting ready, and you start seeing the hoof of the zombie horse, and then it's just a line of his generals just there, and no Night King. But let me just bring this up. There's a funny meme going around, which is the scene. It's the scene where Jon tells Daenerys, and Daenerys is like, "But that's not true. That would make me assistant regional." And then Jon's like, "Assistant to the regional manager." Oh, for those Office fans, I was dying. I thought it was hilarious. But anyways, so the episode ends there, and so now I'm gonna bring up my theories on who I think is gonna eat it. Sadly, I think Brianna Tarth is not going to make it out alive. And it breaks my heart because there's a couple of people that I 100% don't want to die. And that's Brianna Tarth, Missandre and Grey Worm. I think that's it. I mean, Jon and Daenerys follow up, but there's more probably that they're going to die. But now, looking back at it, because they brought it, my girlfriend and my cousin were like, oh, they're gonna die because they got their happy moment. Every time when the hero's like, when we get it back, we're gonna do this, he's gonna die. She might live, but he's gonna die. So Grey Worm's probably gonna die. Brianna Tarth sadly is gonna die because I wish she got her happy ending. I mean, she kind of did, right? Sir Jaime was knighting her, and then he was like, rise, Lord Vader, or whatever, right? And so and she's on the front lines. We saw in that little trailer, that little sneak peek for next week's episode. She's on the front lines, which sucks because I think she's gonna die. I don't think Grey Worm makes it out alive out of this battle. Jaime probably eats it, and some people are like, no, Jaime can't die because he has to kill Daenerys. I mean, he has to kill Cersei because of said prophecy. Yeah, but if Jaime dies and Arya takes his face, then Arya can, one, kill Cersei out off her list, literally kill her, and get close enough to kill her, and two, the prophecy is somewhat, by a technicality, comes true. So I think those are for sure people that are going to die during the Battle of Winterfell. And it breaks my heart that Brienne of Tarth is high on that list. But we will see. I think maybe Daenerys doesn't make it out of this thing alive. Another theory that my cousin brought up, and I've been like on top of this theory, and I haven't been the only one to suggest it because I've seen it in other talks, other reviews, and other like mentions by other YouTubers, was that the Night King isn't there. Because we didn't hear the dragon, we didn't hear anything. And we should have, right? But I don't know if it's just because they want to make it like... They want to make it like a scene, like as he arrives or whatever. But I do not think the Night King is there. My cousin brought it up. He's like, what if the Night King... What if the Night King isn't there? What if he went to... He flew somewhere else, or he flew to King's Landing, or he's gonna try and do like a pincer maneuver, trying to go, flew above, make more whites, and then come in from behind and eliminate them, you know? And I didn't think of that, and I thought it was a pretty good point. So that's one of the theories that I'm believing, is that the Night King isn't there, or maybe he just joins the battle pretty late. But I do think Jon makes it out alive. I don't think Daenerys has a higher chance of dying this upcoming episode. But yeah, those are my theories for the episode. I loved it. Again, I thought it was perfect. Some people were like, no, what the hell, it was just boring, and they were talking. I was like, that's what Game of Thrones is, you know? We have to build to these big episodes. And this upcoming episode is the biggest we've ever seen. It's like 85 minutes long, the biggest battle ever on TV according to themselves. So there is a lot of expectations for this episode, and if that's what it took to get there, I am more than in. And I'm super excited to see the dragons fighting each other, or maybe not, because I'm kind of believing that the Night King isn't there. But yeah, guys, those were my thoughts. Let me know in the comment section below your theories on this episode, or your thoughts on this episode and your theories for the episode to come, and who you think is gonna die. And then we can discuss it, because I love to talk with people about this and see like our different points of views and our different opinions and our way of thinking on who's gonna die, who's gonna live, what's gonna happen. So please write down in the comment section below what you guys thought about the episode, what you guys think is gonna happen, and I'll be sure to get back to you guys. And once again, I'll see you guys next week after the Battle of Winterfell. I will try to get my episode up that very same night, and if not Monday morning, I will put out my spoiler review, and we'll talk about everything that went down in the episode. But yeah, guys, you guys have a nice day, and I'll see you guys later. Have a good one.